Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in my game showcase series. We are going to be showing off a little game that came out a little bit over a year ago called Pixel Descent. I kind of enjoyed this game quite a bit. I've reset the items in the shop. There's like a permanent progression system, so that this will be like an experience of like what starting with nothing would be like. And usually it's a little hard to win, so I have no guarantees that I will win, but I will go in. I do have some characters that you wouldn't normally start with, but like they're not essentially that they're not like game breaking or anything. So like they all just have a different weapon they start with. Some of them are a little better than others. But yeah. I'll start with one of the ones you start with. I believe you start with the first 4. So yeah. I don't remember which ones were the best, but you know. My so far policy has been win with once, move along, buy the next. Win with one, move along, buy the next. But I'll give you another one that I've already played. Try to decide which one I want to do that. So this is basically a game that's very similar to Gauntlet. It is Gauntlet, but with some minor roguelike abilities to it. So yeah. Let's do Warrior. Let's go with the standard Warrior. It does have a co-op for it if you have a setup that allows it. Yeah, it auto-fires. Yeah, the Warrior's main things is he can shoot through enemies with his projectiles. As you can see, I leveled up, so I get to choose a passive skill. So I could move faster, I could attack a little faster, or I could increase the damage, and I am obviously going to increase damage because that is going to help the whole situation. But yeah, as you can see, it's not super easy. You do kind of have to be careful. You do regenerate health over time. There's a time limit mechanic that I've currently turned off where like you'll be attacked by death. So you have an option to make the game a little harder by having like a Reaper chase you afterwards. But the reason I turned it off is mostly not because it was difficult, because you can't get all the treasure, and I absolutely hate that. So yeah, we got some more options. So you have 2 attacks. I also didn't show that off, is you have attacks. You've got your throwing axe and your boomerang axe, and I'll be honest, I kind of forgot about that for a second, but I'll show that off. So we don't have the key to open this door, or the key to that one. So somewhere in this, there's a key of each color. There's 3 keys. So yeah, these are doors you can open up. So, but like it's randomized. So while you might see the same floor layout, where the items are in it is going to be completely different. But yeah, that's the boomerang one. It basically goes forward and hits enemies in a row, and then comes back. So yeah, but that uses the blue mana there. So come see what's going on in this corner. I wasn't paying attention at the top left. So yeah, that goes all the way around, and we could break through there. But yeah, we've got one of the 3 keys now, and we can make a loop around. We can get that silver key. You don't have to full clear. There's no particular reward for it, but that's like how I like to play the game, because it also gives you more experience. Like I like to get completes. So yeah, so we're getting some better rolls on our stat modifiers. Let's just increase our damage. Let's have a better run versus better loot. But yeah, these are the monster generators. They do shoot at you, but I mean, that's to be expected. And yeah, you can pretty much expect fairly standard Gauntlet-esque stuff. But yeah, increasing I forget if it's int, probably int, will actually let you recover your mana better. So, and this right here is a harder enemy. They usually drop for you a bunch of loot. And those are EXP crystals, so they aren't like level, like gold or anything. Gold looks like something very specific. So these are like stat ones. This is an actual like skill kind of thing going on. So we'll get that just to show what that looks like. So yeah, that gold is for your permanent progression. But yeah, since we've been hurt a little bit, let's take some health back. But you do regenerate over time, so as long as you don't let yourself take too much damage, you can expect to have a good time. And there are like items that you can give that give you bonuses. If you get certain of the shop skills, you can start with one of them. There's like artifacts that give you things like your shots will destroy bullets, for instance, which is a really, really good one. Because as you can see, like these bullets can become a big problem. They really, really change how quickly you can go through an area. But as long as you keep making steps and clearing the way, you'll eventually get to those generators. There we go. I forget how many floors there are. I want to say there's 10. I believe there's 10 floors. But we're gonna try to clear out most of this. So yeah, one of the things that this character struggles a little bit is range. Like, you do have to get pretty close to stuff to actually hit it. It's like, this right here is actually better than it sounds, because like if we can use the alternate fire more, because like that's one reason I haven't been overusing it, is because I can only use it when I need to, and I'd rather save it for like times when it's a big problem or like gets a lot of clearage, like something like this. But like if you could use it more regularly, then you could basically do it anytime you have more than one enemy and get some good progress that way. Look at that mimic. So mimics always give you good treasure, but they will attack you. So yeah, we can't actually open that yet. That's fine. We could actually go in here, and I can show what this is. This right here is a teleporter. As you can see, we can't actually interact with that, but there are teleporters in the levels that let you access some parts, so they could be another way that the puzzle uses to figure out your pathing. So there's always at least one or two ways to get to the goals. And I'm not showcasing like playing through it quickly or anything. I'm just bebopping around and talking about it. But yeah, we can definitely have rushed our ways to the keys, and that's how you do it if you want to get like the game through quicker. But leveling up is important, so like I do like to stop and fight that. And thing is that and monsters that are generated by the generators after the game started will not actually give you EXP, so you can't like farm EXP either. You have to be killing enemies that were either freshly generated or that have what's the word? That have oh wait, no, just freshly generated ones. My bad. I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, it starts crowded at the start of the game, and you have to clear it. So like all these monsters were here at the beginning. So, like, there's a maximum capacity for, oh yeah, so the Reaper is active. Oh, that's right, you have to upgrade it to stop him from doing it. So yeah, we are in a little bit of a pickle, but I think I can still make this work the way I want it to. He's not super fast. So I guess I am going to showcase the Reaper. See if I can't sneak past him without getting in too much trouble. So yeah, you have about 6-7 minutes before he becomes a major problem. So what I'll do is I'll pop down here and let him chase after me a bit. But it does reset when you reach a new floor, and part of it is that our move speed isn't super high yet. So you got a bonus floor sometimes, these treasure ones, and thing is, if you can catch and kill the thief, you get a bonus. So the bonus you get is actually everything he's picked up, so it is kind of worth chasing after. So yeah, this is a new option that we get. So yeah, we're gonna get the barrage, because that's an increase. But yeah, anything he's picked up, you get to pick up by killing him. But I don't think it's very credible that we're going to be able to get the other one. There's just 2 thieves on each floor, I believe. But there is an achievement for doing so. It's kind of luck based on whether they decide to go that way. So luck increases critical chance as well, so like it is also damage in a way, so that's something to keep in mind. And some floors are definitely harder than others, but the idea is just keep killing the generators and you'll progress. So it does also have an indicator for where the keys are. So if you ever wonder where they are, you don't have to worry too hard. So anytime they're not on a screen, it does at least give you the direction they might be in. It doesn't tell you like if there's obstacles, obviously. But, like, we're gonna increase some move speed. We'll move a little better. I don't know where that one goes, but I mean, I'm sure we'll have a chance. We might be forced back this way. Oops, I moved into an enemy. But like that gold in the top right, that's how much we've already gotten on this run. So that's gold towards progression systems outside of this run. So whether you win or lose, you're still progressing. So there's the silver key. So it is worth actually leveling up your primary skills because they get bonuses at certain points as well. I think that's the start. That is a difference point. Okay, so yeah. Gold key is in there. We'd have to go around to it probably. Let's see if we can't figure that part out. Get the level opened up for us. Yeah, getting hit a little bit, which is unfortunate, but I think we'll be okay. We do have some spare. Oh, that's right, there's not a boss, but these guys are harder than the other one we saw. Oh, 5 defense is quite a bit. We might actually do that. Yeah, and then after you get the 3, it does point towards the exit instead. So if you want to rush through, that is how you do that. But if you rush through, you don't get like the treasure and stuff. So like that's the thing, is like you don't get chased by the Reaper, but you don't also get the treasure that you left behind or the EXP. It's a both actually. So if you feel pretty strong, you can rush through, but we don't have any permanent progression. I think actually beating it with this setup might not be too easy, so I don't want to rush at all. So yeah, I forgot that it wasn't actually an option that lets you turn off the Reaper. It's actually a progression that you can buy. So yeah, I guess it still technically is an option, but you can choose to buy it or not. It does use your progression money, so it is technically costing you some of your resources. But yeah, no, anyone can buy any of the characters, I believe, although some might have special unlock requirements. So, but if you beat with a certain class, you do tend to unlock another one for free, I think is what it said. So yeah, increase our move because it has more points in it. Like, it's good to go for the ones that get a higher bonus. It's a little random which ones those are, or if any of them are, but yeah, like with the passive abilities that we gain so far, like even if we don't aim directly at the opponent, we're still doing a decent amount of damage to them. So that's why I picked it. It'll let me focus on the ones that I want to push through without having to worry about the ones crowding me as much. Yeah, we definitely cleared this area a little faster. So like, as you can see, the Reaper wasn't a problem. So it's really just like the first floors that are usually an issue. I do think you get a full heal entering a floor though. So we are going to start raising up our skill levels. I haven't commented on it, but like I do like the music for this game too, although it does I get a little retro-y for me sometimes. I like retro to some level, but sometimes it gets a little samey after a while, and I end up usually turning this one off. But it's not a disparagement on the game. It definitely does what it fit the genre pretty good. That's just a personal taste thing. Let's make it down here past these rats. So yeah, like I said, I'd do it for an hour, but I'm just thinking I'll probably just do it for one run because the runs take a very long time. But so if it goes over an hour, it probably will at this rate. Then yeah, you'll get to enjoy that. So this is a very rare one. This is both a boost and a damage to you. Like, as you can see, you get 30% extra permanent progression and 30% enemy damage to you. So yeah, this will make it more dangerous for you to play it. So this actually wasn't in the game when I was regularly playing it. I think this was an update afterwards to up the stakes if you want to. And I actually find that pretty interesting. So yeah, let's try to smash our way through this one and start clearing this nonsense out. That is that blob down there, that gelatinous blob. That is the danger mob of this one. So every floor has its own danger mob, like kind of idea of a mini boss. So we're not going to be able to full clear this little region out, but we are going to be able to largely get rid of most of the danger. Let's come see what's going on with these real quick. Move to this. Okay, do we have silver? We don't have silver. We actually can't interact with that. Okay. Then we will tear into this right here and move forward. So yeah, if you got some permanent progression like damage boosts, this part of the game would be a whole lot easier. And oh yeah, you might have noticed, but these guys aren't always the smartest. They can actually kill themselves on traps too, so. So that is the number one thing I tend to use it for, is making the pushes towards the generators. We're definitely getting hurt quite a bit, so we gotta be a little more careful than we are being. But we are making it. Oh, attack speed 5, that is not bad. Got one of them out. I definitely didn't want to deal with the Mimic immediately. The only thing good about Mimics is they can't move, so... Sorting this out, see if we can get some of the treasure. Definitely have to take a second and make sure that it's not a Mimic you're fighting. Yeah, these cubes, biggest thing is that if you get them on the diagonals, they're not so dangerous, but if you attack them straight on, you might have a bad time. This level took a little bit longer to do, so that's getting a little bit closer to the risky side, but I think we're gonna end up okay. We can't shorten the distance by taking a few shortcuts. Well, it may not have actually been shorter. Sometimes the shortcuts are necessary and sometimes they kind of prolong the process. I kind of wish it gave a little indicator where the teleporter goes, but I mean, that might make it too easy too. Who knows? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. See if I can't solve one direction. Oh, so there's the countdown to when the Reaper is going to be a problem. It's okay. I think we'll be able to clear it in time. Yep, we made it. So the copper key's right by the entrance, which is good for us. Let's see if this leads somewhere useful. Maybe. These guys could be a little spicy because, like, they're a little bit more unpredictable in where they're shooting. Let's raise our vitality too. I don't really care about any particular direction in this, so let's see if we can't tear into this while we have some MP to spare. We are making progress. We are getting in here. Once we could take out this one, I think it'll be a lot easier. Let's see if we can't avoid the problem. Yeah, that didn't actually help us too much, although I guess getting this in would help us a little bit. Let's take that. Oh, should have shot it first. My bad. Yeah. That's just how it is. Just keep on solving rooms, clear it out. Don't worry too much about getting the keys. So as you unlock it, you'll find them. So yeah, now we know that we have to go through that room to get it, so we can do that. But we can clear this room to do it first. So, but we are gonna want to get all that treasure, so we'll be right back. Yep, let's go take care of that treasure. Yeah, let's not get punked by multiple ones of these guys, that's for sure. So, okay. We would have wanted to clear here anyway. Let's be a little careful about that. So I don't like how we didn't have any room there, but that's not the game's fault, per se. Let's start solving the main parts. Cool. Oh boy, there's one of those guys in there. That's fine. We'll fight him. Okay. It does highlight which ones the range enemies are, so like if you might notice that it had purple around it. So it lets you know which one is the bigger danger of the group. But yeah, we already have the way to the exit open, so we're just clearing out for extra EXP and whatnot now. We are probably coming up close to when the Reaper's gonna consider popping his head out, so. That's worth keeping in mention too. Oh, you're a mimic. I feel like we've largely cleared this out anyway, so we can move on right in here. You can get more than one treasure vault too, so that's something to keep in mind. Where did he go? I definitely saw him. That's right. So yeah, you get XP and you also get everything he's picked up, so it is worth killing them. So this is our first choice for our main weapon. You can get an extra projectile, but you do less damage. You could get less base damage, but you do longer range. You can reduce your damage, or you can increase how quickly it moves. So I like to do the trying to decide which one of these do I think will actually help us the most. This one's the worst. I could tell you that one. Don't do that. This one's technically a damage increase. We should probably do that. You'll see how this works. And that is something you have to watch out for when you're moving, is you sometimes get attacked from both sides. So like, as long as I move out like this, I won't have to deal with all the spawns. So let's clear out this direction first. So as long as you move around a corner like I just did, you can kind of cut off a lot of them. So let's raise the other one up and get their bonuses too. Yeah, 2 of the keys are right here, so that's pretty useful. This is the special of this floor. They're a little less hard to deal with than the last one because they have more predictable ranges. Like, some floors just have harder monsters on them. And these are all those mobs that chased us down there, so let's clear these guys out. Let's bait him out and clear him quickly. Overall, I think this floor is going to be a lot easier than the last one. We're going to increase our mana regen because that'll let us use our special to clear more quickly. More regularly, I mean. So yeah, it's a little unfortunate that we have to come back to this corner, but it is what it is. But the gold key is right here, so let's not be too sad about that. Yeah, I'm actually feeling better about this run than I thought I would. I think we'll be okay, maybe. But there is a boss at the end of it too, so don't get too cocky. So. But we've made it through 5 floors. Like I said, I think there's 10. There might be 8, I don't fully remember. Huh. What is stat boost point? I'm gonna see what this does. It says stat boost point. I'm gonna have to look up what that actually means. I think that's something new. Doesn't show up on my listing here. There's also a listing for your items that you've gotten, and I haven't gotten any relics. You can carry one when you start, if you find one. They can be in the treasure rooms, by the way, but I think you can also find them in the levels. Oh, you're a mimic. Fortunately, there's no contact damage for mimics, so. But mimics are good because they give you a lot of gold. They give you more gold than a treasure chest would be, for instance, usually. So, they're actually good to find, but they can hurt you. That's the real downside of them. As long as they don't hurt you, you make a profit. Sorry about that. Kind of did this just waking up, and I haven't really cleared out. The winter kind of gets me a little bit. Oh, we're not actually hurt. That would be why that didn't matter. I guess that's a quality problem. Yeah, I think our attack and movement speed have gone up enough that we can probably clear these without having to worry too much about the Reaper. It really only affects the beginning game, so I might be rethinking my strategy involving it. It's probably fine. But I had disabled it with that just so that I could explore more freely in the beginning game. But if it stops being a problem once you get a little bit going, then it's much better. And obviously some classes have a much bigger problem with this. So yeah, here's our second choice. So slower projectile speed on this is actually better than it sounds, because it does damage to enemies as they're there, so it would actually hit them for longer. But this is probably better because it just increases the damage more. So it'll chew through them better. So it costs a little bit more. It also will just kill them better. So for example, yeah. You have to be careful not to hit a wall like I just did, but yeah, it did actually kill those guys pretty quick. Oh, actually, I don't even think I used it. I might not have had the mana for it. Yeah, I think it costs 15 now. That's a 50% increase. Like, it didn't say the percentage increase. It said 5, but I think the base is 10. So, yeah. Let's try to get that section on the right sorted. I saw it. How do we get in there? Yeah, because part of not having a problem relies on leveling up. But we're gonna be fine. Like, it didn't matter taking that damage because we are going to be leaving this floor. Yep, there's the timer. But we are outie. copper and everything's on the right, so let's break through here. Sort them out so they're not a problem when we're fighting enemies. Still rather increase our damage potential rather than that. I go a little bit more glass cannony in this, sometimes more than I should, but I mean, I think it'll be fine. So yeah, copper keys right here, we can get that. So yeah, there's a few archetypes of enemies. I think like the Yetis are harder to kill, but they aren't the damage dealers. They're kind of just there to soak up shots. But our shots actually pierce enemies, so range would have been a better choice than maybe I played it up to be. But it's fine. I think we're doing okay. Oh, that might be a bad spot for us. Oh, I really didn't want to do that. Okay, that might have made our life a problem for a little bit. Let's sort this out a little bit. Okay, we'll get in here and do what we can with this. I think the right one might be easier to clear, but we'll find out. Make a few passes. Yep, that's one side clear. Okay. Nope, that was a little spicy. We took some damage, but we cleared it. Okay. Okay, now that we solved that adventure, let's try to make our way towards the keys. I think we sort out this corner first. Yeah, we'll come back for that when we have gold. Just wanted to see what was going on there, and yeah, that hurt. Yeah. But yeah, the monsters will get hurt by the spikes, so that's why I kind of let them do their thing there. Most of them didn't even make it this far, so they weren't really that big of a threat, even though they were over there. Let's try not to fight every monster in this room at the same time. He got me a little bit. We are not doing great, but we're gonna keep trying to force our way through. If we're kind of careful, we could probably be okay. Let's just do our best. Where does this go? I don't think that's how I want to approach that. We have all the keys, let's find a safer way in. Let's force them out this side. I think going around that trap is not necessary. So yeah. Keeping our distance so that we don't get hit too much. Cool. Let's come get our treasure. That was bad, but we're not dead. Gotta be careful. And as you can see, we just squeaked by. Okay. So up top is the copper one. Yeah, the game can be a little rough if you actually do take some damage. Some of those rooms were pretty spicy though. We've cleared most of the open ones. We'll start clearing out this corner. Okay. It's telling me that the key is down in this corner, so we'll make our way there. Maybe shouldn't have put myself in a corner with this guy. That would have been a better play, but we got out. So this would increase our level rate, but it would also make the enemies harder to kill. Oh, my bad. I actually realized you could boost them up at the top. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Let's increase our damage on this anyway, though. That was a mechanic I actually had forgotten about. I didn't even parse that. But yeah, let's not get punked by all these enemies in the bottom. Well, I'm getting excited about that. Gotta watch out for this guy. So mini boss. So the red projectiles can actually be shot by your projectiles, but the purple ones cannot. But there is a relic, I believe, that can make it so that you could do that. It's an upgrade. So Increasing your damage rate or more projectiles helps dealing with these extra projectiles. So that's the other reason for taking extra projectiles, is because it'll cancel out some of those red ones, which will make some bosses and mini bosses a lot easier and safer to deal with. But yeah. But I always liked the original Gauntlet games growing up, so this game appealed to me when it came out quite a bit. Because this one's actually pretty faithful to them. Let's, So it looks like that might be the way to get into the golden one, so let's start solving that. Let's not face every single one of these guys at once. That would be pretty good. But we can get the other one out, so let's get them out of the equation entirely. Let's get a more open situation going on. We are definitely out damaging them enough to kind of chew our way through it, but it does take a little bit of maneuvering sometimes when a full room is there. So we can start clearing out the parts that aren't at the top, because we know that's where the exit is. So let's focus our attention elsewhere. There we go, that corner is largely sorted. Let's, okay. Yep, so everything's cleared except for the exit. And this little corner here for treasure, so yeah. So one thing about our like shooting in all directions stuff is it does trigger mimics a little earlier than I might want, so that's kind of a minor negative of it. Because they start shooting at you the second that they've been shot, so if they're a mimic, they'll be like immediately. So if you boost it, it'll go up by 1 point. So we might as well use it, because eventually we won't be able to gain more levels anyway. So here's another bonus floor, here's a third one. But every one of these treasure chests could be a bonus artifact, of which we could carry one, so yeah, is just keep opening treasure chests, hope for something good. And if you see the treasure hunter, try to kill them. I think we're just gonna not see them, so it's a little random which direction they choose to go in. So the copper one's somewhere on the top right, so we're gonna have to mosey our way. It is possible to get the keys out of order too, if the layout allows for it. So keep that in mind. Like, if you do have an opportunity, it can be worth it. You can actually bypass getting them entirely if the design of the level allows. Probably should have actually cleared this room out. Yeah. Don't want to have enemies following up behind us. I did take damage, that's true. But we will persevere. So we have to find a teleporter, that's what that's telling us, because like the copper key is behind a teleporter, so our goal is to go find teleporters. So here's 2 of them. Let's see which one leads to that one. So occasionally you do have to use teleporters like we just did. Let's not get trapped in this corner. Like, this guy's bad news, so that's why I definitely was willing to take damage to get away from him. But they don't have the highest health, so if you get caught in a room with them though, you can be like dead immediately. So getting out of there was my biggest priority. Tired of bats chasing after me. So the bats are flying, so they actually are not affected by those spikes, but yeah, that's a problem. There's actually another one of those guys behind him, so let's not get trapped too hard by this, but let's try to get our way through as best as we can, not get trapped. Yeah, that was bad. So this is our run. But yeah, like, if you end up in a bad situation like this, where these guys and like just surrounded, you can get chewed down pretty fast, even if you have a good run. But we did get 11,000 of the gold. And with 11,000, you could get multiple levels of this. You could unlock new characters. You could basically do a bunch of other stuff. Like this one right here is an interesting progression item. Like this one makes it so if you put money in there, you are betting that you will win. But it's an expense. Like this thing goes away. Like this one disappears after you buy it. So if you lose everything you put into this. So there's a relic shop. You can buy a relic using gold, but you carry it in. And if you want to increase your curse level, that'll let you carry more relics. And curse level's a different system, where you say, hey, I want to make the game harder, but give me bonuses kind of thing. Here's a revival option. This is the one I was using before that prevents death from chasing you at the end of levels, but it does reduce your chance of getting treasure vaults by 20%. So here's one that boosts how much gold you make, but also doubles the damage you take. Like this one is a problem sometimes because it can hurt you. This is a curse. These are all cursed. So any of these curses will work for that relic thing. So this is the boost thing that we were using. Like, you start with the ability to boost one of your level ups things, and they're expendable. Like when you spend them, they're gone, but they do give you that extra stat bonus when you want it. I guess grants a reroll in case you don't like any of the options. I think this one's pretty useful. So this one is a damage increase. It increases how much damage you do for a short time after you kill one of the elite enemy for the floor. So here's a really good one. Critical attacks destroy purple enemy projectiles, and this is probably one of the first ones I recommend that you get. This will save your life a lot of damage over time. And then you want to like stack critical hit chance, because then you just destroy projectiles constantly. And this is what you want to increase as well to get those treasure vaults, which will just increase how much gold you get. And the rest of these are like stat boosts. So choose whichever ones you want. But yeah. And you can refund for free. Like, everything you refund will come back to you, and this is the total amount of gold I've earned over all of my runs. But yeah. This has been Pixel Descent. If you liked what you saw, I do recommend it. It is a very faithful Gauntlet-style gameplay with some new remixed elements of leveling and whatnot that weren't in the original games in the same way, so yeah. It kind of does its own thing too, but I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you next time, and you all take care. Bye-bye now.